Hello, noobs. This is a list of the games that I played in October from worst to first. I played 38 games in October and I ranked them. And what I learned from this is one, that it's actually pretty difficult to make a list like this. You sort of make arbitrary decisions around, especially around the middle of it. And there's so many other factors in it. So this is not really definitive. Second thing I realized is that I like pretty much most games that I play. Even the games at the very, very bottom of the list, I'm glad that I played. So I want to kick it off by just pointing out a couple things. One is this. This is not. I think in the end we're gonna say this is not really a game. This is Penterini. This is a daily puzzle that you make from pentominoes, and then you have. They're gonna spill, but basically you have to say. This should say November. I did this the other day. You end up having to highlight the calendar date of the day. And okay, this is what's dumb of me. This is by Plate. I highly recommend buying Plate games on eBay. They sell them as an official store there. And when you buy multiple games, you just send them a message and ask them to partially refund the shipping, and they will do that. So all their games are available on eBay, and it's really nice. They have these really fun bundles. You can get like bundles of, they have a game subscription I'm tempted to do. It's like $200 for 6 months, and they send you 3 games every month or 2 games. I'm tempted. But here's what's dumb of me. I went on their Plate eBay store yesterday, and I saw they had a game not called Penterini, but one called Pensterdam. And it was these same pieces, the exact same idea, except it was all pieces resembling buildings in Amsterdam. Okay? And then then a lightning bolt or light bulb went off in my head, which is, I showed this on stream the other day, and somebody was like, "Oh, it looks like that game Santorini." And I guess also in Italy, in the actual city of Santorini, they probably have buildings that look like this. But this is the game Santorini, white buildings with little blue caps. Because when I've been doing this, I've been like, "What was the point of the blue caps?" That's how dumb I am. Anyway. I wouldn't necessarily call this a game. Maybe it is. I guess it is. So I don't know. Assume it's high up on the list. I've been doing it every day. Let's start with number 38 on my list. That is Ubongo. This was a featured game on Board Game Arena, so I played it. And this game was fine. This is actually a game that I'm like, I don't know if I need to play this again. Basically, you make little sort of Tetris-like, you solve little Tetris-like puzzles, almost like tangrams. And this goes in the category of solo games I played on BGA that I wanted to just finish, like win it once and be like, okay, I got it. Because I wasn't really enchanted by the game, but you know, it's a little diversion. This was part of the mid-month drive where I was trying to play enough games on BGA to become a reviewer so that I could get access to alpha games on BGA, which I did do. And you'll see a couple of the games on the list are games I discovered through that day that I was like, let me see what other solo games I can play. So Ubongo, it's fine. I highly recommend, of course, a Board Game Arena premium account. It's $36 for a year, and you can play everything and start games and everything. Like, you should definitely do it and check this out if you like. Maybe it would be different competitively with other people. There's lots of games that I have only played solo, and so these are just, they might open up totally differently when they're played competitively, but it wasn't, but also it needs to be a game that I want to show to other people, you know? Like Ubongo's not a game that I want to start a noobs tournament with, for example. Next is Magic Maze. I actually do think I should play this with other people cooperatively. This is a quirky little dungeon crawler, and I think it functions very differently when you're solo versus with other people. Solo on BGA, I think I played this in alpha. Oh, maybe I shouldn't be mentioning it. I think actually it's technically alpha, but I'm going to say it anyway. It's a little bit broken, the UI. There's the solo version is you play against a timer, except at least when I played it, I couldn't see the timer. So I literally have, this was high up on my plays for October because I grinded out like 11 plays of it because I couldn't see the timer. I kept trying to finish it. It's fine. I'd like to play the main version with other people because it works differently, I believe. In the group version, I believe you're trying to move people around to steal stuff in a mall and get them out, right? But I think in the group version, it's like I'm responsible for all of the north up moves. You're responsible for all of the east moves, west, south like it's sort of divvied out, and in real time we're trying to move, but I can only move pieces north. And if I need you to move it west so that I can move it north, I can't say anything. I think that's how it works. But in the solo version on BGA, it's totally different. It's like you are clicking each piece. It's a race against time. Next up is Pixies. I heard some good things about this. It's kind of boring to me. Again, I played this solo. I think I played it solo against an AI version that's in the rulebooks. I can't remember. This is building tableaus, getting cards, and making a tableau to try to score points. So as I'm rediscovering this hobby, I am finding that there's a lot of things that are in the same categories as each other. So this is definitely in the same world as A Strange World Above the Clouds, which is coming up later in the list, and Castle Combo, which amazingly I didn't play in October. And I think in the end, I'm going to end up liking Castle Combo the most out of those, and if not that, Strange World Above the Clouds. And Pixies is just exactly in the same world of laying cards out in a grid and seeing how they interact, and it's just not I don't know. There didn't seem like there's much to it. Pixies is cheap. You can get it on Amazon, meaning, and when I say you can get it on Amazon, what I mean is you could get it, try it out, and if you don't like it, you can return it. I think it might also be on BGA. Next up is Strike. This I just want to play more. This is more of a party game, and I got it because I've been actually looking for a while. It's actually not that easy to get sometimes. Sort of goes through phases where sometimes it's easy to get, and sometimes it's hard. Like a while ago, it's like, oh yeah, I'll check out this game Strike. And then, of course, as a consumer, I get attracted to it when it's like not available for 3 months. But this is a dice chucking game. Very fun, actually. Probably should be higher on this list now that I think about it. But I think it's because I think it will be a very fun game in party situations. Sometimes party games, for me, are almost functional in a way. It's like, yeah, I could definitely bring this to play with my friends who don't love board games, but this is not a game I would bring. Like, the most pure joy I'm having with board games is playing board games with people that love board games. And Strike is like, maybe you'd play it first and then move on to something else. Whereas if we're in a sort of more casual party situation, I could see Strike becoming a fun game for like more than a few rounds. You know, in it you're throwing dice into an arena. When you match dice, you can pull them out, and you'll have more dice to chuck the next time. And it's sort of up to you how many times you throw the dice in. But every time you do, you're running the risk that you're losing dice, and if you lose dice, you're out of the game. So yeah, it's a fun game. Buy the regular version. Don't buy the Harry Potter version. Harry Potter sucks. Next up is Hutan. This is in a different world of similar games, which is there's a world of games that are, here are some things to pick, pull them to your tableau, and try to make versions of this tableau that score points in the end. And this is mostly putting up flowers on a grid. This was on BGA. Might be more enchanting if I play it in real life. I'll give this another chance. Maybe I'd like to play this in person, I think, with the actual tiles. But yeah, sometimes it's like, well, if I have Azul and I have Harmonies, and I have Cascadia, do I need Hutan as well? It's living in the same world. Does it do something a little differently? I think it plays quicker, so that could be an advantage. I guess the thing that might appeal to you is it has a little bit of almost like a Cascadia plus King Domino feel a little bit, because you're sort of building out these areas, and sometimes you can make it like either really impactful that you put down exactly the right piece in the right place, or sometimes you really screw yourself and you just put yourself in a corner where like, I have invalidated a few of my opportunities and I didn't create anything new. So yeah, I'll give it another chance. Next up is 20 Strong Tanglewoods Red. I will play this again. I found this so frustrating to learn. I think the system is intriguing. 20 Strong is a dice system that you can add other modules to, and the one I got came with the starter module, Tanglewoods Red, which is about sort of a Slay the Spire map journey, defeating creatures and going to stores and buying equipment, and you get to play as like a fairy tale hero. I started as Little Red. That was really hard. I played another round as Bo Peep, which was much easier. But I found the rules really confounding sometimes, because you have a small rule book for 20 strong, the system, and then each module comes with its own manual, because it can totally change how the system works. So the interaction between the two, I kept being like, wait, is this rule here? Is this rule there? And there were some things that just weren't clear about the rules. Like, if I have to go to Board Game Geek 4 times, I didn't have to go for it. I think I went twice in my first 2 sessions to try to just ask, like, hey, what's the deal with this? Like, what takes priority here? What does this actually mean when it says this? Yeah, that was annoying. And also, it's very hard. I will say the production is beautiful on this game. So I will definitely give this another try. I'm intrigued by the 20 strong system in general. I've heard this Tanglewoods Red is a good one to start with, but they've got other modules for like Too Many Bones and other things, so I'll try them out. Next up is Boggle. Boggle's a classic. Eric, my husband, loves Boggle, so we will play this many, many times. It's just not a game that I would personally necessarily want to play all the time, but it is quick. It's funny because I think there is a lot of discussion about like, oh, I don't like multiplayer solitaire. There's no interaction. And then some of our most classic games, like Boggle, is multiplayer solitaire with no interaction. There is nothing you can do to affect the other person's game in Boggle. That's interesting because like we don't really talk about that much. I think like there are some classic games that are of the tropes that some gamers say that they don't like. Next up is Blackjack. I'm actually very excited to play this game because Eric really likes Blackjack. I just realized when I was a kid I called it 21. He likes Blackjack. Blackjack is you are playing Blackjack, but your cards have values based on trivia questions. So all the questions have an answer between 0 and 10. So you are guessing what you think the answer is, and then you're sort of choosing to hit or stay based on what you think the value is. And then you turn the cards over and you find out what your actual value is. So I'm intrigued. I think it's a very fun idea. We did a little test play. I definitely will play it again. I like the idea a lot. Next up is Sprawlopolis. I'm a huge fan of Button Shy. I love the concept. I just love Button Shy games. I love everything about like the experience, right? And Sprawlopolis is a renowned game in the library that people really, really love. And I've given it about 4 or 5 plays. It's a very good game for playing in the theater where I'm at, the Huntington, in between shows, or if I've got like 5 minutes before call time or whatever. Yeah, it's down this low because I either don't get it or I don't understand what's fun about it yet. And I will keep playing it because of its reputation. This is you turn over 3 objectives that you're trying to build a city with these cards, and the 3 objectives give different point situations. Like you get 1 point per panel of each of your for your longest road, or if you make a road that's a loop, you get 2 points per road section, or every commercial block that is next to 2 residential blocks, you get 2 points. I think I'm learning that I don't love deliberating for a long time on my turn in games. And this feels very much like an efficiency puzzle of trying to figure out exactly where to put this piece, trying to look at all 3 of your scoring conditions. And I certainly think that I could do that my brain could do that. I think I just don't want to. Maybe I should go through a phase where I'll really try, but like, when I play Blood on the Clock Tower as a player, I don't really try to math out every single possible thing. And so now, am I not doing that because I don't want to, or is it because I wouldn't be good at it? I think I would be good at it, but I don't know. I think that I don't want to sit down and like paralyze myself with choice. And so Sprawlopolis feels a little bit like that. It feels like before every time, like I don't really think about like exactly where everything should go. And it seems like it would maybe be the most fun if you did. I'll keep trying it though. Next up is Fight 5. We played this at Vegas Clock Tower Con in the VIP room. And it was fine. This is the coolest thing about it is that you can play 5 people dueling each other in a pretty neat little. The way you lay out the board is neat because you end up having duels with the players to your left, to your right, and a center duel with everybody, and so that was fun. It has it literally has no theme. The theme is cards with numbers on them. So I think maybe a little bit of sauce towards theme might intrigue players a little more so that you don't. I think sometimes when there's no theme, it almost feels like it highlights like how existentially futile these games are. It's like, oh, hey, the 5 of you are you're literally just killing time before you all die. You're just putting down pieces of paper with numbers on them. And so it's not, there's not any wonder in it, There's not any narrative to it. We can't project ourselves into this, like, we're dueling because we're all groundhogs and we're all badgers trying to get dominance over these dams or whatever. We're all space gelatinous goo trying to subsume each other into one huge like none of that. It's like I have a card that says a 7 and a star card and a 5 and a 1 and a 3 and I put them down and the higher card wins. It's like, okay. Like in a way, the core of this game is similar to the Old King's Crown. Because the Old King's Crown is like put down 2 cards, whoever's higher wins. But Old King's Crown has so much theme to it and like factions and narrative and asymmetry. And this it's just you each have identical decks. You randomly pull them and like the mechanism's cool, the layout is cool. It almost feels like a game that somebody else is going to take the ideas from and zhuzh up into something more, delightful. Next up is Boop. I played so much Boop this month. I played in Ken Chang's online tournament. I played people on Discord. I played people on BGA. This is all on BGA. This is probably a game that's more enchanting when you have the actual physical thing. I don't know why I'm saying enchanting so much this month. But there is a thing that I am finding it's one of my core values with board games. I've considered buying the actual one a few times. I just don't think that I will get Eric to play it with me. Because part of it is I don't have enough passion for it to evangelize it. There's other games on this list that I think might be hard to get Eric to play, but I love them so much that I want us to play them, so I will push for them. Boop just isn't one I think I will push for. Now, to be fair to the game, I played 1.5 Ken Chang Boop tournaments, one of which when I did decently well without understanding the win condition. And one of the games near the end, I was like, oh, wait, if I put these 3 cats together, I win? Oh, okay. Probably goes in the same category of I just don't feel like mathing out this game. I know I believe there's even some like sort of solved openings for Boop, like first 5 moves, these are the moves you should be making. And I don't care about that. Next up is PentaQuest. PentaQuest is on BGA. Nice little solo game. I definitely recommend it. I just think it's a little too easy. So I think for the same grind, I'll probably continue to play Regicide because PentaQuest, I haven't lost a game yet. And so I think maybe it could be just tuned to be a little more difficult. But then again, I think maybe it just doesn't need to, So for the life of the individual game PentaQuest in terms of whether or not it's like a huge hit, or I have no idea how old this game is. Probably it came and went, and probably people played it already. But in terms of like whether or not PentaQuest itself is like the next game of the moment, right? Then yes, I would say tune it up, make it more difficult so that there's a real toothy challenge to winning PentaQuest. But for me, it's on BGA and it lives in the constellation of games that I can like tap into every once in a while, play a quick little solo game. And so maybe in that sense, I don't need it to be more difficult. It just is what it is. It's basically Yahtzee fighting fantasy creatures. They each have a little display under them saying what Yahtzee combo you need to get to kill them. And then when you kill them, you get to have them in your army. And they also provide you an additional dice modification ability in the corner. So some of them let you get a free roll on all your 5 dice, but then you don't get a third roll. But you can use the captured creatures to like plus or minus or re-roll or flip your dice. So it makes it easier for you to continue hitting combos to kill the other creatures. So it's a cute idea. I really like it. Maybe there is some like expert mode version that would really capture my attention. But for now, I recommend it. It's worth it. I like kills you a little bit of time. Next up is Arrow, which is the exact same game as Sausage Sizzle. And Sausage Sizzle, I think, is probably more fun in terms of the whimsy of the theme. But Arrow is a fun, very random game that you should not get mad playing because it's so random. It's just dice throwing. And I'll let you, give it a try on BGA. It's very fun. Definitely don't worry about it. This game is not meant to be taken super seriously type game. Next we have Orchard. I mentioned this before. I really disliked this game on BGA. And this is why I think that I will always keep in mind that I should probably play a physical copy of a game before I really, really cast judgment on it, because I ended up getting the set of 3, Orchard, Grove, and the third one, I don't remember, from Pandemonium Books here in Boston, or in Cambridge, I should say. And the physical version of Orchard is much more enjoyable. It's just nice to have little cards. I love these plastic Cartamundi type cards. I love them. 20 Strong also has them. And this is you laying these 9 cards on top of each other, and where you match fruit, they level up basically. And so you get more points for them. And if you can keep overlaying the same combos on top of each other, you get more points. If you ever don't match up, then that fruit is poisoned and you get negative points. And so it's a puzzle about where to put the cards and what the best way is to lay them out. Another efficiency puzzle in a way, sort of. I think this will be similar to Numbsters, which is higher on the list. We're checking out. Next up is Moonshine. Moonshine we played on BGA. I would definitely play this in real life. This is a modest little engine builder that I really enjoyed. I really liked having more capabilities to modify dice and roll extra dice. Yeah, I think this would be really interesting to play together. It feels like it will play way, way, way quicker than like a Wingspan. But you're sort of doing similar things. You're building up cards and activating them, and you can occasionally screw over other people. So Moonshine, definitely worth checking out. I think the physical version would be pretty compact. Next up is Flowers. Flowers is on BGA, and I have the physical copy, and I enjoy it very much. This is putting down flower cards to make big blocks of color. And I think it's if you get an area of 3 or 4 or larger, it scores points for you. Great. You put down flowers. There's 2 cards to pick from, or you can pull from a deck, and the other person's doing it as well. You might want to pay attention to them to try to not let them draft the card they want to have, but you're just making big blocks of colored flowers. And each card indicates how many cards next to it you have to have for it to be valid when you do final scoring. So for example, if you put down a 1 card, a number 1, it can't be next to any number 1 cards. It needs to be on an island by itself, just in terms of the number. It can be next to yellow, blue, red, green, totally fine, but you can't put another 1 card next to it, or else both of them get removed from your tableau before you score. If you put down a 2 card, it has to be exactly next to one other 2 card for a region of 2. That's independent of the colors. So you might have a red 2 connected to a big red patch and a yellow 2 connected to a big yellow patch, and they both are valid because they're in a chunk of 2, and they stay on the board for final scoring. 3 is 3. 4 has to be in a group of 4. So that's what makes it interesting, because near the end, you get a -1 for every card that you remove from the tableau. So near the end, when the cards are running out, you're kind of like, oh, should I start another chunk of 4? Are there enough 4s left in the decks for me to finish this 4 section? Because if you do, you get a bunch of points for it because you'll add so much to your colored areas. But if you don't, all those cards come off the tableau and you're getting negative points. Nice little game. I really like it. Plays quick. Packs small, as magicians would say. Packs small, plays large. I actually don't remember the phrase. Next up is Wingspan, another round of Wingspan that I played a couple of times on BGA. This will probably always live in the like middle of a list, because it's almost silly to say that Wingspan is like not a great game. Obviously, it's a hugely impactful game in the hobby, and I will play it with whoever wants to play it. I don't think it's ever a game that I would maybe. I'd like to play it a couple times, maybe with Eric, maybe like with my friends who haven't played Wing. Like I haven't played it enough, and again, it goes to a thing where again, I don't feel like optimizing my play of Wingspan. I don't feel like learning enough about Wingspan to become great at Wingspan, but it's pleasant to play. Um, I definitely want to check out Wormspan for sure. Also, my family's really into Wingspan, so that's another reason to play because they really like it. So it's an easy game to get them to play. Next up is Five Crowns. Eric and I play this very often. This is a game that he really likes. This is a card shedding game where sort of rummy style. You're getting rid of cards in your hand and you're trying to go out first. Yeah, this game is cool. I don't understand how Eric is so good at this game. He like destroys me at this game, and I mean he's played it a long time, but like sometimes it's like I don't understand when you only have let's say 3 cards or 5 cards, 6 cards in your hand. I don't understand how you are good at this game. Like it's a random draw. Like you can pay attention to what you discard because you don't want to give somebody else a card that they want, but we've played enough. And I know this game is random enough that there must be some undiscovered skill at being good at 5 crowns because I don't know if I've ever won 5 crowns against Eric, which means there must be skill involved, but it's opaque to me. Next up is Innovation. Yes, Innovation is an incredible game. It is an incredibly designed game. It is this low because it gets me so angry. And this is something I'm gonna have to reckon with this next month because the question is, am I a person that just gets angry? The story I told myself was I'm a person that likes board games because I like learning new things, which is true. But am I a person that gets angry when I lose competitive games when I'm in this curve of trying to learn them? And I'm playing against people that are really good that keep destroying me. Because that is my experience in Innovation. It is a very unpleasant game to play against somebody that is really, really good at it, that's beating you. I do feel like it doesn't seem at a casual level to have much ability to catch up. And so I have been in about 20 games of it on Board Game Arena where I'm matched up against somebody that is incredibly better at the game than me. And the gap between us is like just not fun. Like I don't think I would have fun playing chess against, Magnus Carlsen. I don't think he would have fun playing against me either. But it's also such a complicated game that I think it will be hard for me to get other people to play it that are new to the game. And then I'll be a person that's played 40 games of it and they've played 0. And then I'm going to be the person that's like stomping on them. So, yeah, I don't know about. It's such a good game. It is the most I've ever felt like I'm playing Dota 2, where like I just admire the design of the game so much and I find the experience of playing the game to be like 80% negative. But there's a game coming up on the list where I feel like I went through the same curve and came out the other side, and now maybe it's just that maybe I just don't handle losing well. I mean, that's definitely true. I don't handle losing well. Next up is Star Wars, the deck building game. I definitely want to try playing this again. I played this a couple times with Spence and really like it. Really interesting deck building game. I'm loving deck building games. This is definitely going to be a category where a month or 2 from now, I'm going to be like, okay, I've played 12 deck building games. Which are the ones I'm actually going to like play on a regular basis and keep in my collection? But I'm not at that point yet. Star Wars: The Deck Building Game is one I'm definitely intrigued in. I'm not a huge Star Wars fan at all. I would love, I would love a deck building game of like William Faulkner versus Tennessee Williams versus Truman Capote. Somebody make that deck building game for me. I would love that. But yeah, definitely worth checking out. Very interesting. Next up is Super Mega Lucky Box. I played this in that I was grinding solo games to try to get to be a reviewer on BGA. But I really like this. I've never played a game by Philip Walker Harding before. Praise be, as they say. And I really enjoy this as a flip and write. Like, it seems really dumb. You flip and write numbers. You've got a little box. You cross off numbers, but those numbers give you more abilities to cross off other ones. And I like flip and write games a lot. Like, I love Flip Town. I really like the Welcome to the Moon. I just ordered Welcome to Your Beautiful Home to play with some friends in LA. So I enjoy pretty much like cartographers. I love. So, and this is another one. And this just seems so stripped back and like simple. It's just like, we're flipping over a number. You cross off that number. And again, speaking to the Fight 5 thing, it doesn't have much theme. I guess the idea is you have a super mega lucky box that has it has style that I like, but mostly it's just like a quick little game where you end up being able to combo things off of each other in a fun way. So yeah, for what it is, I really enjoyed it. I think part of my enjoyment of these games is the time spent, the rules lift aligned with how much enjoyment you get out of it. And Super Mega Lucky Box is very simple and fun. Next up is Strange World Above the Clouds. This is that card game that's sort of competing for me with Pixies and Castle Combo. That way better than Pixies in my opinion. I think maybe I might end up playing Castle Combo more because, especially if there's an expansion coming out, there's more scope of things that can interact with each other in Castle Combo. However, Strange World Above the Clouds is a very special game. It is very just intriguing, and the art is beautiful, and the way that the cards line up with each other is incredibly satisfying. You're putting cards in a grid, and then you score points at the end. But the like vibe of it, I really enjoy. So this might be a game that sort of tops out in terms of fun. But, yeah, I don't know. A month from now, I'm going to see how I feel about this in Castle Combo. Definitely check it out. Next up is Everdell Duo. I've only played Everdell a couple times. I've been intrigued. I didn't love my first play of Everdell. You're also making a tableau in Everdell, but the tableau doesn't mean anything. Like the physical arrangement of the cards in your tableau in Everdell has no meaning whatsoever, which I thought was just like a missed opportunity. I think some hybrid of Everdell and Castle Combo with like points based on adjacency would be very interesting, but it doesn't happen in Everdell. So I thought I'd like to play Everdell with Eric, and I thought let's try this duo version, and I enjoyed it a lot. It's much quicker. I played it about 35, 40 minutes, and it's multiplayer solitaire-ish, but the scores were close. Eric scored 43 points, I scored 38, and so he won, and I think we'll probably try playing it again. Only a couple points off because there's no insert to speak of, which I just found really annoying. Like, it has so many little fiddly bits and cards and stuff, and then it's just a box with just bags in it, and I don't know, I find that really unsatisfying. We have a 3D printer, so I can print one. But what I don't have actually is I'd like to be able to print the insert and then print that plastic like vacuum form cover that goes on some inserts that keeps everything intact. So then you wouldn't need baggies for everything. Can I learn to make one of these vacuum form lids? Maybe. I'll investigate when I get home. Next up is Tag Team. Tag Team, I played a little bit online and a little bit in person. On BGA, I don't enjoy this game. I think it's really, I think if you don't like it on BGA, don't pass judgment on it. I think the real life version with the nice, almost tarot-sized cards and really looking where you want to put the card in the next stack is really enjoyable. This is a 1v1 dueling game where you have a fixed deck, and then every round you get to draft one of 3 cards and you get to decide where in the deck it goes, but that deck's order never changes. So you are strategically like, okay, on turn 3 last time he hit me for 3 points. Do I want to put a block card in that slot so that when he hits me, I block it? However, he could put a card higher up in his order to push everything down by 1 slot so that I put that block in, but actually he's hitting on the next turn. So that's a neat little strategy. I haven't played with all the heroes, but I really like it. The design is great, the production's great. And I just think play it in real life in person with a real copy. I don't think that I don't think that the BGA version is good. It can illustrate the principles to you, but I found it so hard to read the cards. I didn't find it fun to like, you know, pick where they go. Also, the character cards have these like pretty fiddly little like asymmetrical powers. Like I build up the number of ships I command, and it's this little dot on your screen, and your abilities really change as it goes through. And so, nice thing I guess on BGA is that it administers it for you. But sometimes I think when BGA administers things for you, you're kind of losing a little bit of touch from like what the game is, and then you're sort of playing like a clunky video game. So yeah, play it in person. It's really great. Next up is Kinfire Council. I got to play it once with Spence. I will definitely play it again. This is a worker placement game. I've heard it's similar to Lords of Waterdeep, which I have not played. I liked it a lot. I love the Kinfire world. I'll definitely play it again. My only thought on one play, so just take that with a grain of salt, is that I never actually felt like I got stronger as, like, I probably should have maybe tried to improve my abilities or my influence or my number of workers or like leveled up my workers earlier, but I didn't feel at the end that feeling of like in, not that Wingspan's not a worker placement game, but at the end of Wingspan sometimes it's like, whoa, I can generate so many resources, like I can do so many things. And this game, I'm like, I didn't quite feel that. So I think maybe it's skill, skill diff on my part, potentially. But yeah, it's a very intriguing game. I love the Kinfire world. Definitely play it. I love the idea that the Kinfire games are all so different from each other. Next up is DC Superheroes United, Batman, Hush. You guys know my travails with this game. I played it 7 times, lost every time. One on my 7th or my 8th go. Shocking because it was the beginner adventure. Can't believe how hard this game is. This is playing two-handed solo. I haven't played the official solo variant yet. But it's a great game. I definitely play it again. I think this might be my way into the United world. And I actually want to see like what happens when you combine it with Marvel United stuff. I think that'll be interesting. Okay, Fliptoons. Love this game. Love showing it to people. I was so enchanted by this game when I played it. Enchanted is the word of the month, I guess. It's Tableau. Earn points. Use the points to purchase better cards from the market. Do it again, rinse and repeat until somebody gets 30 points, and then you get one more go for everybody. And you're building but you don't build a static Tableau every time you put them out again. So it's like a combo. It's funny, I played this game and I was like, oh, I've never played this kind of game before. And then somebody was like, oh, it's like Challengers, which as we know, everybody on Noobs loves. So I guess I thought that this was sort of entering a sort of mechanic that like lots of games have, but this sort of like automatically putting out cards and then improving your deck actually doesn't seem that prevalent. Like it's basically Fliptoons and Challengers. And if you have other games in that world, please suggest them because I'm really enjoying it. Next up is Challengers. The Discord loves this, despite the fact that somehow we end up in these online tournaments of Challengers where we have to like click every time we reveal our top card. But Challengers is great. I really can't wait to play this in person again with people because it's such a fun game. Love Challengers. Yeah, it's so light. Like it's like sometimes you're just like, yeah, my deck sucks. My deck, like I tried this tactic and it didn't work. And it's just like, yeah, it's fine. It's over in, a couple rounds. It's really fun. Delightful game. This is going to be a perennial. It's Regicide. I think I'm probably going to end up making like this Hall of Fame of games, which is like Blood on the Clock Tower. Oh, Dune Imperium. I haven't been logging my iPad plays. Maybe I should, but I play that constantly. I actually upgraded my phone so I could play it on a bigger screen. And so like Dune Imperium, Blood on the Clock Tower, and Regicide. It's like, I don't know if I need to rank them every month. I play Regicide so often because I love not queuing up for a game. I love the challenge. It's a great level of difficulty. Nick Zippity from the Discord finally got his first win, so that's a huge thing for the Discord. So yeah, I love Regicide. Go play it on BGA. It's great. Harder to administer in real life by yourself. I have never played with another person in real life. I've played co-op on BGA a couple times. It was fine. It probably is cool. I just haven't played it, but it's definitely worth recommending. New game of the month, maybe? For me, no, it's probably not. But I do really enjoy this. It's Invincible, the card game. I played this 4 times, lost 4 times in the solo version. It does have special rules for the solo version. You can, quote, assist yourself a lot more in the solo version. But it was very, very difficult. Again, the first adventure in the narrative campaign, it's like, go beat the Flaxons and come back to the comic book. And I'm on page 2 of the comic book and haven't gotten any further. But finally, Spence came over the other day and we beat it. Finally, barely beat the Flaxons. Oh, this is a re-implementation of the game Aeon's End. So if you like that, which I was fascinated by, I really wanted to play Aeon's End, and I tried it on my iPad, and I just don't like the art. I just don't like the like old school dragon wizard thing. And I was intrigued enough by the mechanic to try it again, but then I realized this was the same game, and I like this theme way better. This is a game where you are using a deck to attack enemies. And in this game, your deck, there's no shuffling. So the deck does change order because you play things to buy better cards, you use weapons, you spend cards in different ways. It changes order in the sense that when you discard your cards to the discard, you get to decide what order they go into the discard pile. So you can easily set yourself up for future combos if you paid attention to the order that you're putting them in the discard, which I did not. Again, I will probably care more about it later, and it probably would be not nearly as difficult if I was really paying attention to how I was ordering the cards in my deck. But yeah, I mean, it's silly for me to say the game is hard when I'm not really honoring the core mechanic of the game. But it is fun. Points off, only points off for me. All the art is from the Invincible TV show. The Invincible comic book has way better art, and I wish they'd use that. This is clearly just marketing off of the license of the TV show to promote the TV show. But yeah, I just wish it had better art. This game is fully compatible with a game called Astroknights, which is the original re-implementation of Aeon's End in a superhero world. So I looked at Astroknights, and actually I didn't realize like all the production of it is exactly the same. So you could easily just move the Invincible heroes and villains and combine it with Astroknights. So I think that might be really interesting. Another Kinfire game. This is Kinfire Delve Vainglory's Grotto. I showed this to Spence after I think we played Kinfire Council. Again, I love how different the Kinfire games are. I still have Kinfire Chronicles at home waiting to be played. It's neat to sort of see the same characters from one game to the other. Kinfire Delve is a great game. It's one of the games that got me back into the hobby. It's a $20 box, a dungeon crawler plus dice, so card management plus dice. And I love it. It's great. It plays really quick, 20, 30 minutes. Plays really fun with other people. There's 3 starter boxes that have a total of 6 heroes and 3 villains. The 3 villains each have like 3 different aspects that you can fight against. So, but just get one $20 box of Kinfire Delve. The production of the cards is insane. It's so good. And this totally got me, one of the things that kickstarted me getting back into the hobby. This game was like, whoa, games are really cool now. And the cards are so cool. And yeah, I'm gonna buy sleeves for them. I'm buying sleeves for a $20 game. I'm getting a polyurethane spray to spray on the dice so that they don't wear down as quickly. They're selling upgraded dice now. But yeah, Kinfire Delve, definitely check it out. Vainglory's Grotto, I think, is the one you might want to start with because it's the easiest. I think we lost. Next up is Unsettled. Spence showed this to me. I immediately purchased it. This game is a co-op, pretty difficult, land on a crazy planet, try to get some stuff and leave. And it's a neat system. I don't even know how to describe this system. You lay out tiles, things happen. How's that? Does that help? But I found the writing in it to be really funny, and I want to engage with more of it. So basically, it's a system, and it comes with 2 planets, and then there's like 9 other planets you can purchase for $20 each if you like the system. A lot of people I know have bought all the planets and haven't played them all. It's very much an acquisitional completionist type experience. But I thought that you'll see later, basically, this is the dark, cynical Vantage. And I like that. I like both those games, but I liked it in this. So I definitely want to play it again. So I ordered it. Duel for Cardia is this month's toy battle. So 1v1 duels, you play a card, the higher card wins. I think this is like much richer than like fight 5, let's say. Play a card. Whoever has the higher card wins. The lower card's ability activates. So those abilities can really cause chaos in the game and really fun to play. It comes with 2 full different sets of decks that you can play against each other. And I have not even explored the second deck. So for $10, $12, this little box, a lot of fun gameplay coming out of a very small box. I would add this to any collection. It's on BGA, plays pretty well on BGA. Definitely check it out, Duel for Cardia. I have an upcoming video about leaders. And I'll just let you know the theme of that video is Leaders is a game that I bounced off of. I gave away my copy and I ordered another copy again. And I have moved through the curve of being really annoyed with Leaders, thinking it's a game that was annoying and that it sucked. And it's really just that I wasn't very good at the game. And now I have moved through that to where I am competent at the game and I enjoy it. So it's a statement about me and my shallowness and how I'm not good at losing. But Leaders is a delightful game. It's a 1v1 sort of like hive type chess type game with characters that have asymmetrical abilities inspired by Dota 2. So how could I not like it? The physical game comes with a absolutely beautiful pull-out drawer, these great little characters. The production is great. The challenge for me will be finding people to play it with, but I will happily play it on BGA. It takes a little while to queue into games, but it's great. I love it. Definitely check it out. This is probably going into the Hall of Fame too. Numbsters. I love this game. I think I just realized this month, I could probably figure out what end game states I should be shooting for in Numbsters. And that would probably make it my win rate higher, but I also don't know if I want to. I will say I had one play of this game this month because I have it in my dressing room at the theater. So I play it a lot in between like shows. And I had one play this month that was just like, this is the optimal Numbsters shuffle. This will never happen again. Where I dealt out the cards and it was like, okay, I have an 18 and a 17 next to each other. I eat the 18. I have a 17 and a 16. I eat the 17. I never had to use a special eating rule the whole time. I just gradually like ate the stack down to nothing and I won. So that'll never happen again. But it was a glorious moment to have. Ooh, I'm really intrigued by this game. Take Time. I played it a couple times at the convention. I made a playthrough sort of demo on the channel. I really like this game. It's similar to Bomb Busters, The Mind, kind of like The Gang in a way. It is one of these co-op games where you're trying to achieve something together. You've got a little bit of talking time, but then there's a no talking time. And I'm really intrigued by it. It is a game I don't fully understand as a board game content creator what theme means. You know, I don't quite understand because in a way this game doesn't have much theme. It's putting numbered cards around a circle, but in a way it also feels like it has a lot of theme. Like it's about us trying to like solve this mystical clock. It's kind of like I guess we would say that Myst has a lot of theme, right? The video game, of course it does. This feels like it lives in the world of Myst. So I think if you like that world, this could be like one individual puzzle in Myst, but a puzzle that goes very deep, that we just scratched the surface of. And even in scratching the surface of it, I found really intriguing. I really enjoy this game. Definitely teach other people to play it. I think it won't be that hard to teach other people to play it, and I think it will be quite fun. This will probably end up being in the Hall of Fame. I've played it a couple times. I've bought a couple copies of it. I've taught it to people. It's just fun. It's quacks. I have the new version. I like the art. I like the art of the old one, I guess, but like I actually don't love that old Euro art, so I don't know. I like the art here. It doesn't matter. The art doesn't matter. Quacks is a fun game. You are trying to make a potion. By making the potion, you have to draw out ingredients from a bag. The ingredients help you score points. It makes your potion more powerful. However, there are these white tiles in your bag that are bad. They blow up. And if you draw too many of them, your potion will explode and you won't you either have to choose between scoring points or getting the currency to purchase better tiles. Because after you make each potion, you can go as far as you want or stop. And then after you make it, there's a market phase where you can use the points that you earned to purchase better tiles and improve the ratio in your physical bag of hopefully I won't pull out white tiles, right? So I put in other kinds of tiles in there, I have just a numerical better chance of drawing good tiles that improve your potion. That's pretty much the game. I love it. Quacks, great game. Okay, again, just to review, in the Hall of Fame, I think it's going to end up being like Blood on the Clock Tower, probably Quacks, probably Regicide. Games that like, do I need to rank these every single month? Like these are games that I will probably always play my whole life. But aside from all that, the number one game of the month is Vantage. I played it at the convention. I immediately showed it to somebody else. I immediately bought a copy for a friend so that we could play remote. Like, this is a game that I want to show to so many people. Again, this is the positive flip side of Unsettled. Unsettled is a much harder game. Like, Unsettled is a game that like I would teach or play with people that are into board games and like the mechanics and like working out, okay, I can move so many spaces. Let me optimize, like I travel here, I pick up this thing, I go here, I fulfill that task, you know, mathing out that thing, which is very enjoyable. This doesn't have any of that. This is just the imaginative delight of playing in a sci-fi world where you've crashed on a planet. And the underlying vibe is so different than Unsettled, and I think much more compatible with like getting new people to play games, where it's very, very gentle and forgiving. And I made a whole video about this, but yeah, this is, I can't wait to get home and show this to Eric. I can't wait to get home and play this with Rob and Meredith, with Joseph, with everybody. Like this just I'm excited to play this game. Maybe, you know, I've heard that it's like after 30 plays, it gets boring or whatever, you feel like it's repetitive. But like, I don't know. I've watched all of the like negative reviews of this and they're totally fair to have those opinions, but they don't seem like they played the same game that I've played. So maybe I will discover that less fun version of the game as I play more, but I'm not there yet. And so for October, this is my favorite game that I played. All right, thanks so much. Wow, that took longer than I thought. Hope you enjoyed this run through and I hope you got some ideas on things to play. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye.